Young Master 3 here, and I'm back again with a new video. And today I'm actually going to talk a little bit about some sick, twisted, disturbing, disgusting movies. And I will just in the beginning of the video I'm actually just going to talk about the disturbing movies that I don't own on DVD. And some of these movies I have not seen, and some of those movies I have seen. And I will start with those movies that I don't got in my collection yet. So yeah, I got some like suggestions for you, like extreme lovers, if you want to see like really extreme movies. And that would be the Vomit Gore trilogy by Lucifer Valentine, Melancholy der Engel, also known as Angel's Melancholy, directed by Marian Dora. That's the most disgusting and most disturbing movie that I've ever seen. Also Men Behind the Sun. I haven't seen that movie yet, but I've heard a lot of disgusting things about it. But I really want to get that movie on DVD because it seems to be pretty interesting and disgusting at the same time. So yeah. And also like those short movies like Aftermath. Can't really pronounce it, I don't know if it's pronounced that because it's a Spanish movie about a guy who's like raping a dead body and all that. And there's also like Cutting Moments and all the guinea pig movies, and you all know that. And also like I mean, there's a lot of like disgusting movies out there. So also like violent shit that I've heard a little bit about in the recent days. Don't really know that much about it, but I just know that it's really gory and all that, so it seems to be pretty interesting as well. Now I'm not going to talk about any more like movies that I don't have in my collection. Now I'm going to talk about the movies that I have in my collection. So probably I will maybe get some of these movies that I mentioned, like I said before. And another movie that I'm going to buy that everyone considers to be the most disturbing movie of all time, and that is a Serbian film that I'm going to buy probably as soon as possible. I don't think that's the most disturbing movie of all time, to be honest, but I agree that it's very disturbing and it's very well made, that movie. Now I'm just going to shut the fuck up and show you some of the DVDs that I own that are like some people think they're like disgusting and disturbing. Some of these movies I personally don't think are disgusting or disturbing, but I know some people do think they're disturbing. So let's begin. First up we got Eden Lake. I know like, oh, that's not disturbing, that's not disgusting. I don't think it's disturbing or disgusting. It's more like a dark, very dark movie, and that's probably why pretty many people think it's very like disgusting and all that. Not disgusting, but like more disturbing, if you know what I mean. I don't think it's disturbing and all that, but I know that some people think this movie is disturbing and disgusting. So yeah, but I really love this movie. Really nice to have in my collection, Eden Lake. Another, I don't really know if I think this movie is like disturbing or disgusting anymore, but the first time I saw it I thought it was very disgusting and disturbing, and that was The Clown, also known as 100 Tears by Marcus Cook, can't really pronounce his last name. I know that the first time I saw this I was like, oh, disgusting shit, what is this? But I mean, I don't really know if I think this is that disgusting anymore. It was a while since I saw it, so maybe I will rewatch it or something like that. But yeah, The Clown, or 100 Tears, the original title. And of course we got to have The Last House on the Left as well. Very many people think that's a very disturbing movie as well, and I think it was disturbing in some ways, but thanks to the happy music in the movie, I didn't really get that disturbed by it, if you know what I mean. But I think it's a very nice movie, and it's like very like the picture quality of this movie is not really the greatest, but that makes the movie like more like darker and more reliable. Do you say so? More realistic. But it's very recommended to me. It's much better than the remake, and it seems to be more realistic than the remake as well. Can't really say why, but yeah, The Lost House on the Left. And another, like, the famous rape and revenge movie, and you probably already know what movie that is, and that is I Spit on Your Grave. Don't mind this movie, that's probably a bullshit movie anyway. I Spit on Your Grave, the original, haven't seen the remake, but I know that I thought it was very disturbing the first time I saw it. I just seen it once, so probably I have to see it again to really, like, yeah, you know what I mean. But I thought it was a very well made movie, and I will definitely see it again. Very many people think it's very disturbing and all that, so yeah. And another, like, movies, this is actually Funny Games, the original one, and I got the remake as well right here, where very many people think I don't know where to put it. I know that very many people think these movies are, like, disturbing. I know that these movies are the same. Like, the only thing that is not the same in these movies is that the original one is with the German language and other actors, and other actors in this movie, and it's in English. So that's the only, like, difference between those two movies. And I know that very many people think these are very. It's not disturbing, like, violently. It's more like. You know, psychologically, how do you say, whatever, you know what I mean, more in, like, in your head, more like that, not really violent and gory and gruesome, so yeah, but I really love these movies, so check them out if you haven't seen them. Another movie that I think not really that many think is that disturbing, not me either, but didn't even get disturbed by it the first time I saw it. I actually enjoyed it very, very much. And that is Maniac. Probably I'm going to make a review of this in the future. Yeah, William Lustig, that also made the Maniac Cop trilogy. It was a while since I saw it, and I'm really going to see it again. I thought it was really nice the first time I saw it, so yeah, Maniac. And another movie that I've mentioned like 100 times in my videos, but I still just have to get this movie in this video because it is a disturbing movie, and that is Cannibal Holocaust. And this movie, I didn't really like this movie the first time I saw it, and that was basically because of all the animals getting killed in reality, and that really pissed me off the first time I saw it, and the first time I realized that it was real animals. But this actually have grown on me. I actually think it's been better and better every time I watched it. You're probably thinking, oh, you're a sick fuck, but I think it's really nice, and yeah, getting better and better. But it's, like I said before, it's probably one of the most disturbing movies that I've seen, and I know there's a lot of other disturbing and disgusting movies like Salo as well, or the 120 Days of Sodom, and yeah, whatever, you name it. Yeah, Cannibal Holocaust, not going to say anything more about that. And now we're going more into like the Asian extreme movies or whatever. And first off we got Itchy the Killer. And this is also one of the most disturbing movies that I've seen, and very gory and graphic. But I love this movie. I mean, I love the plot and I love the acting, and I don't really know why. It's incredible. I love Takashi Miike movies. I love them. They're so goddamn great, so if you ask me. So check it out if you haven't seen it, if you're like an extreme horror geek like me. And the next movie that I didn't really think it was disturbing, was more like very, very, very weird, and that's another Takashi Miike movie, and that is Audition. And I just thought it was like, I didn't think it was disturbing, I just thought it was very weird, and that made the movie really, really awesome. And I'm not going to go that more deep into it, because you already know that I'm a very big Takashi Miike fan and all that, so yeah. Audition, see it if you haven't seen it. And another Takashi Miike movie that I really want to have in my collection is Visitor Q, that I've heard is Takashi Miike's most violent movie ever, or whatever. So I really need to get that movie into DVD, on DVD as well. So yeah. Now we got some more movies that I haven't seen yet, and I've shown you these movies in my previous video. But I just heard some people think they're really disgusting and disturbing. And first up we got 964 Pinocchio. I'm not going to say anything more about it because I've already shown you this movie in the previous video. But I promised the Horror Fan 97 that I would make a review of this movie as soon as possible, and I will also make a review of Robber's Lover, that probably very many people think is pretty disturbing as well. And yeah, another Evil Dead Trap, not going to say anything more about that movie either. And another movie that you've seen in my previous videos, and that is The Untold Story. Yeah, don't going to say anything more about that movie. And a movie that I'm really looking forward to see, Story of Ricky. It's more like comedy than extreme movie, but some people think it's very disturbing and disgusting and all that. So yeah, still got to have this in like the disturbing movie video. So yeah, Story of Ricky, or whatever you want to call it. And I actually forgot the movie that I'm going to pick down from my shelf that some people think is disturbing, and that is Tetsuo, the Iron Man, and Body Hammer. I don't really know what about they think about the Body Hammer movie, but I've heard very many people think that Tetsuo, the first movie, is disturbing. I thought it was the weirdest movie that I've ever seen, but I loved it because it was really weird, and you really you didn't understand shit about the movie. That made the movie even better for me as a viewer in some kind of very, very weird way. So yeah, Tetsuo. Yeah, that was all the disturbing stuff that I wanted to share with you, all the viewers. And yes, I know, Lola Spaceman, I got my cap once again. I will probably have it in the rest of my videos. Hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and I hope to see you again as soon as possible. So see you next time. Bye bye.